I wanted to bring you this training today on how to do shoutouts. And shoutouts are essentially a mention of another profile in your profile. So kind of like a advertisement, but without the specifics of your normal traditional advertising, right? You can also call it influencer marketing, where you get an influencer in your niche or industry and have them give you a shout out. So I'm going to show you kind of how that looks like right now. So I'm going to go to profile for Alfredo. Let's refresh it. And so what I'm going to do is if Alfredo and I connected and, let's say I reached out to him or he reached out to me and said, hey, let's do a shout out with each other, or you purchase a shout out, whatever it is, you're essentially getting promotion from that person, or you're both getting promotion from each other. So you can either give the person the photo that you want, or sometimes I like to just come in here if I'm giving someone a shout out, and I might, let's see, find a picture. Let's use this one. So I'll just take a screenshot of it real quick. Then I'll go back to my profile, which is the bottom right. And then what I'll do, because I don't have my things copied yet, I'm going to come in here to previous post, edit. Here's a tip. If you already have hashtags on one of your previous posts, you can just come in here and grab them from in here versus a note. So sometimes I like to grab them from a note. Other times I'll come in to just a previous post since I'm already in Instagram, and come copy them, cancel, and then click the add button at the bottom middle. I'm going to add this photo, make sure it's lined up and it looks nice. I'm going to click next. Next. And go big shout out. Put his easy money system right there. Alright, so that way, that's big shout. Oops. Shout. Come on, typos. Big shout out to Easy Money System, Alfredo Gato, for always pushing it. Follow and connect with him. And then I'll do again. Easy Money System. And then I will return and paste in my hashtags. Post. So this would be just a regular shout out, right? I'm actually saying shout out to versus a promotional, or go click the link in his bio. So there's different ways you could do shout outs, and it can just be something as a simple post and you @mention someone. So when you @mention someone, that's when you're using their @username, right? So it's an @mention. And a shout out is sharing something of that person to your users, or that person is sharing who you are to their users, right? Then you can even tag in here. So I'd click to tag Easy Money. I can also tag Alfredo's other profile. Let's put that down here too. So let's swap this. And so both the profiles. I wouldn't suggest doing two at the same time, but for this one, since it's the same person and potentially same offer, then I'm going to go ahead and use that just for an example for this one. But usually you want to do one per post, not multiple shoutouts in the same post. So then I have my hashtags good to go, and I'm going to click share. So there you go. That's a shout out. Big shout out to Easy Money System, Alfredo Gato, for always pushing it. Follow and connect with him, right? So that's how you can connect with more people. That's how you can get more followers. That's how you can get more leads and sales by doing shout outs. So your task is to write down some potential profiles you could do shoutouts with and reach out to them. Make sure that it's, when you're doing shoutouts, you make sure that you have, if you're exchanging shoutouts, make sure that it's similar in amount of followers and engagement. Make sure you look through people's engagement, that they don't have, 100,000 followers and no, maybe a lot of likes, but no comments. Nobody's really engaging with them. So you want to make sure that you're finding profiles where people are engaging too, right? Quality over quantity. If someone has 30,000 followers and you only have 500, there's a little bit of a difference there, so more than likely that person's going to ask for some sort of payment. If you find someone that's closer in amount of followers, you're going to have a better time exchanging, or a lower rate that would be reasonable for their amount of followers, right? So just dive in, start, talking to people, reaching out, following them. Even sometimes I like to give a shout out first. Like, I haven't talked to Alfredo about, hey, I'm going to give you a shout out here. Make sure you give me another shout out, right? So I gave him a shout out, and then I can even reach out to him and say, hey, what's up? I love your profile. I love your work ethic, da-da-da. And, we're in the same industry. Are you down to exchange a shout out, right? So start the connection first before you ask for shout outs, so people don't think you're just spamming them. But once you connect with that person, start asking about it. Start the conversation, right? And then you can even start conversations about your business and what you're doing, right? Maybe your offer is something that they can benefit from. So that's how to do shout outs, and this is Nicole Mazer, and I will catch you on the next training. Thank you very much.